1991 Cadillac Brougham. This is another take on this video. I should have done it under here in the first place. The carport seems to offer more reflective reference on how the paint looks. So we'll start over here, and I might just leave the other one up anyway because there's some good shots there. Mainly it's the interior shots that were so poor and dark. But 1991 Brougham, 5-liter 305 Chevy, 39,000 miles on this car. Cotillion white dark blue leather interior, and this car is in pristine condition. Let's just start with the chrome. Very bright chrome. All the bright work on the car is excellent. Just very crisp. The coloration on the lenses, hood ornament, all of that stuff. It's these fine details that just stand out above the already immaculate original paint, featuring the original painted pinstripe. I saw a video, a production video, maybe you've seen it on YouTube. It shows the Cadillac factory back in the 80s, right before they closed down the plant at Clark Street. But it actually showed how they did the pinstripes, which I always kind of wondered, because they are painted on. And you figure in an assembly line setting, it must be a really efficient way of doing it, and it is. So a giant it looks like a ladder comes down with pads on it, and it would lean up against the side of the car, offering sort of a guide, and a worker would come along with a paint roller, and roll the first stripe on. Someone would throw a lever which shifted it up just enough to create the second line. So pretty remarkably simple, actually, and that's why these lines are always so nice and straight. So very cool. Original paint on this one, and it just gleams. And again, with being under the carport here, hopefully we're going to be able to see some of that. There we go. See some coloration in the reflection. Just immaculate paint. Did have the fillers replaced, and if you saw the other video, I talked about how I had my guy stripe the extensions. So originally that portion of the stripe was a decal, but we went up to Cadillac and we striped it with paint. So we did that on both sides. He did a great job of the fit and finish of the fillers, and under the plate too, the correct silver paint on the flat one. A lot of times you'll see that in body color. It's supposed to be silver. So here we go, the other side. And the paint matched up nicely too, which speaks to the condition of this original paint not having yellowed or turned any other color. The car has been garaged its entire life. It came out of St. Simon's Island, Georgia, which is where I bought it. Lived in a golf cart community. The other thing we did was we refreshed these lower body panels. The paint on these, if you know these cars, the paint just washes out on these things, just gets thin, and they begin to look a little splotchy. So they do need to be refreshed. Even on an immaculate car, a lot of times you'll see deterioration on those lower panels. These are the original panels. We didn't have to source any, but they just needed to be freshened up. The car runs and drives like a dream. We'll have a driving video for you to see. They really put it all together here in this iteration of the Brougham, the 80 through 92 body style. This was the final form of that, the final presentation, with the combined headlights, and they just did a lot of little tweaks on it. Those side claddings, like we showed you. The grille, they refined the grille slightly, has more protrusive facing leading edge, which allows the chrome to be just that much more accentuated. Actually, it's a little deeper than some of the earlier models, but just a crisp, handsome front end on these cars, and they're just a joy to drive. This is the last truly traditional American car. Body on frame, the shape, the design, everything about this car is just exquisite. Very stately, and even when it's parked, it has such a repose. Beautiful tailored vinyl top, back window, and this version of it, they added that tailored quarter window. They actually eliminated the vinyl between the two windows on the B pillar and replaced it with this chrome trim, which is very nice. Has the opera lamps, which do work. And if you look closely, all the wind sweeps are in great shape. All of the accent trim is very nice. The badging is beautiful. There's not a single peck on these original wire hubcaps. I had the tires put on. They probably have 1,000 miles on them. Ironman RB12s, which I've had pretty good luck with them. They're very smooth, and I think these were made in Taiwan. So no browning. I will put a video up about how to deal with brown white walls at some point. I figured out the trick to that. A lot of times the newer ones do come and they start off white and then they turn brown quickly, but these are in great shape and they stay white. The rear bumper trim is in good shape. Of course, we refreshed the paint on that. Just all the little things like the bezel here. There's no picks or digs. You know, a lot of times you'll see where these are bent and tweaked because people don't understand how to change a light bulb, I guess. They do damage to those. Of course, we talked about the fillers. Most of the time you see these cars, even if people don't know these cars, when they bring them up in conversation, they'll say, oh yeah, the ones with the missing pieces on the back. That's how notorious this problem is. And at the age they are now, you start to see them with bad vinyl tops. This one still is in incredible condition. Basically, really no signs of going bad. And of course, matches the paint. I washed the car. It's been in storage. I've had it in the garage for the last couple of years. I probably only put about 300 miles on it in that time. And I washed. It actually only had to be washed once, but I just washed the vinyl top as well. It might even come whiter than that. I didn't try, but anyway, just a joy to drive. Quite a machine. So hopefully the interior will show up better here than it did out in the open yesterday. A really tough time getting this. Let's see if we can adjust the camera some. Getting this interior to record well. But it's dark blue leather. It's immaculate. Again, 39,000 miles, so it hasn't seen any abuse. One of the things I always look at, or one of the very first things I look at on these cars or any old Cadillac, is the steering wheel. Steering wheel on this one is immaculate. If you look closely, you'll even see that the grain pattern is still present on the wheel itself, where most of the time you'll see a slick wheel that's been worn down. Just from driving it, your hand will, for lack of a better way of putting it, will sand the wheel down slick. But this still has some grain to it, which is beautiful. The top of the wheel, again, where your hand tends to go, it shows no wear at all. The dash is immaculate, no cracks, no damage. The interior simulated wood trim is excellent, has a nice sheen to it, just as new. And the light, or the window controls, door lock, seat controls, that whole chrome panel, also just in fantastic shape. The door panel, you know, what you'll see here, if you see a lot of these cars, these often crack. This one's perfect. The door lock knobs on this body style, a lot of times you'll see the little black accent piece pop off the top, and they're all in good shape on this car. Door jambs, door sills, everything about this one is just super crisp. The weather stripping, you know, what you'll see here a lot of times is when people lock themselves out of the car, they'll take a coat hanger and start to jimmy it through the side. It will work. It'll get your door open, but you're going to wind up destroying your weather stripping, and you're going to wind up scratching up this jamb. I've seen that a few times. Let's see if we can focus on that. Come on. That glove box door. That's more of that simulated wood. You can see the reflection of the door light. Just very crisp, very nice and clean. The carpet, clean. The original floor mats still there. Power seats, windows, all that stuff works like it's supposed to. The power rear view mirror, which dims for you, works as it should. My only fear in showcasing this on video is that it comes across as nice as it actually is in person. It's hard to appreciate just how nice this car is without seeing it in person. Package shelf, the glass is crystal clear. Just amazing. So it's available for sale. Not sure how I'm going to sell it yet. If you're interested, let me know. I'll provide a phone number somewhere in the comment section, or a website. I'm actually working on a website to show some of these cars. If you like these cars, if you like seeing Cadillac videos, let me know, and we'll continue to do this. I've got quite a few that I can showcase. This one is standing on its toes, so I thought it was worthy to show today. Well, you know what? Let me go over the engine compartment in the trunk. That's one thing I forgot to do. I'm a purist on these cars. I don't like a lot of customization, to each their own, but I try to keep them pretty much original. And what I mean by that is it's running R12 air conditioning, and it works. Of course, I've replaced things like the radiator hose, the alternator, stuff like that. But I don't want to modify anything. I don't want to add anything. I don't like to see custom stereos. I don't like to see any of that kind of stuff. I don't even like to see a retro fit or AC system. I really don't like the 134. The system was designed to come with R12. You can still get it. It works better on these cars. It's just by the nature of how they were engineered. It's not going to work as well. It's not going to be as cold as 134. It's just not. You can see the hood insulator is in good shape. It's not been chewed up by mice, which you see a lot. All of the reservoirs are clean. And the edge of the hood right down to the hinge. No rust at all. And that I say that because in Florida they get it right through here a lot, and they get it right along here. I've seen quite a bit. This was a Georgia car in St. Simon's Island, although near the coast it didn't suffer from any of that. Let's get into the trunk real quick. It's two sets of keys. At least it has the original dealership key fob, I believe. There were two of these. One of them came apart on me. But just stuff like this. Look at the trunk badge and wreath. Great shape. It's supposed to stay open like that. And once you open the trunk, it shuts. Immaculate trunk. Original trunk mat. Space saver spare. Of course, the jack behind all that. The trunk weather stripping, immaculate. Pull down works like it should. The bump stops. The decals. Everything is quite proper. Again, you can see the work that they did on these fillers. They fit very nice. So, beautiful Brougham. 91, again, 39,000. Well, let's see what the exact mileage is. I've been driving it back and forth from the shop, so it's creeping up, but I think it's 39.6 something. $39,688. Wow. Yeah, $39,688 on it. Here again, you can see the steering wheel. Just the crispness of the simulated wood dash panel. It's very cool the way the telltale lights show up right through the wood grain on this model. See, it's that burled wood look. Shut that off. And you can see it light right through it. Very cool. All original in here. Never been monkeyed with, never been opened up, modified. Which again is the way I like them. I know I'm strange. I actually don't even listen to the radio usually. But so clearly I would want it to be original. The armrest is good. Can't contort my arm quite that way, but that's another thing you'll see gone quite often is the drink holder on these. Single drink holder flips out. Carpet, floor mats with the wreath, all there, all good. There you can hear the level ride working. Obviously it does work. Horn works. The patented Cadillac cord. She's a beauty. Crank it up real quick just so you can hear that. We will upload another video of it going down the road. There it is. Again, subject to creep up just a little bit, but I'm not going to let it go over 40. Alright, well, there it is, the 91 Brougham. Let me know what you think. Again, it's available for now. What a handsome car.